Detroit Police Chief James Craig filing an appeal to the State Court of Claims over being disqualified from the ballot in the GOP race for governor. He follows Oakland County businessman Perry Johnson, who filed his own appeal yesterday over thousands of fraudulent signatures. Both argue that the Board of Elections and election workers didn't go through the candidate's entire collection of signatures, only reviewing a sampling. Time, however, is not on their side, as state law demands the ballots for the August primary be printed by next Friday. So in the interview, we speak with former Secretary of State Ruth Johnson, a Republican who tells me the hired signature collectors who forged signatures should be charged with fraud. We know that Perry Johnson filed a challenge with the Michigan Court of Appeals alleging that the Board of State Canvassers failed to check each challenge signature against the state's qualified voter file before they disqualified all of those signatures in batch as fraudulent. Is that legally necessary if it's clear that these circulators were bad actors and were essentially doing that round robin type of maneuver to forge signatures?
Well, the Bureau of Elections didn't really have time to check all of the signatures, but they looked at a very large sample and found a lot of issues and irregularities. But it is the candidate's right to go to court to make sure that all of them are looked at. So it's a process, and they're going through that process. It's a legal process. And again, they shared all those findings with the Attorney General to investigate criminally, as well as, the circulators that were fraudulent. So this is the process that we go through, and the process is working, I would say.
It's clear that our law says that if it's obvious that these signatures are fraudulent, our own election law states that it can be thrown out. What kind of standing then will Mr. Johnson have in the other gubernatorial candidates who will likely follow suit?
But they'll have to prove that the Bureau of Elections did miss some of those signatures that are good. They'll have to prove that they have enough votes, enough signatures on their petitions. And I don't think all of them do. And I think they will ultimately be tossed off the ballot.
If you see Craig and Johnson out, considering their current standing in the polls, will this mean that Governor Whitmer is reelected? Is this a huge blow to your party?
I don't think so. There were 10 candidates. There'll be at least 5, maybe 6. And we have some really top-notch candidates. So I don't think it's going to hurt anything. I think it sends a very strong message. You must make sure that those signatures are valid. And that's something that usually you do within the campaign. Why that wasn't done, I can't tell you.
And we've seen mostly on this question of election reform, Republicans trumpeting the need to clean up elections. And so to have candidates who are Republicans running, and mentioning the fact that elections need to be reformed and we need to do a better job there, to have some of those same issues and the people they're paying to connect their signatures, the political optics of it aren't great.
Well, what they aren't great for is our current Secretary of State that didn't follow the administrative rules, didn't follow the laws, and sent out 800,000 pre-filled out absentee ballot requests. That is the local clerk's job, and only when it's requested. She sent over 800,000 to people that are not qualified to vote, and then told the local clerks who conduct the election, do not verify their signatures. I mean, I think it shows a huge problem in what's occurred by letting people vote that really shouldn't have voted.
Isn't it ultimately up to the candidates, especially for candidates who are part of a party that espouses personal responsibility? They could have had a third party perhaps check the signatures before submission. What about that?
Yeah, many candidates do that. And when you're new to this, maybe they didn't know. And you have to wonder why the people they hired that have been doing this a long time didn't have that done too. But ultimately, it's the candidate's responsibility to make sure that those signatures are good. You can buy the qualified voter file for $50 and cross-check it. And to me, that's what should have been done. This happens on occasion. It happens every election. I've just never seen it like this before, as far as the how bad it is, how many people, that 68,000 names that might have been forged. And yes, some are dead, some have moved.
A lot of candidates probably will be cross-checking from now on. Johnson also says, in her estimation, there don't need to be any changes to existing election laws. Candidates just need to ensure they're submitting good signatures.